Hello, Cancer. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for being here. This is Spicy Sunflower Tarot. We are in your season, Cancer. Hopefully, you're celebrating and having happy birthday. This is also Mercury retrograde, so back up your electronic devices. Be prepared for possibilities of miscommunications, misunderstandings, things like that. So double check the wording of your emails and your text messages, all those things. And let's jump into your reading, Cancer. This is the Light Seers Tarot. And we're going to do a reading for the sign of Cancer for what's next. What is next for Cancer? Cancer can be your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus. Wherever you have Cancer in your chart, you might jump to this reading and think, oh my, that really fits, that lands, that really feels like my energy. And let's jump in. I'm going to split this 3 ways for you, Cancer. Just tune into your energy while I'm finishing up this shuffle. Tune into what's for your highest and best good. For the sign of Cancer. For the sign of Cancer, we're looking at first, what are you being called to? What is Cancer being called to? What's calling to Cancer? For the what's next energy, what is calling to Cancer? 10 of Pentacles. What does that look like for Cancer? What does the 10 of Pentacles look like for Cancer? 4 of Pentacles. What are your actions? 8 of Cups. Now your advice. How can we help you understand how to deal with right now? King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. And then how can we help you understand how to deal with when your next phase arrives? Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Now, what is your message from Spirit for the sign of Cancer? What is your message from Spirit? Page of Cups. Okay, so back to the beginning, what you're being called to, the 10 of Pentacles. You're being called to investing in your family's future, your future. This is not just small potatoes either. This is your investment. This can be an inheritance. This can be winning the lottery. This can be a great fortune is yours. And what you're being called to is setting that up for the future. It always sings to me about we're not looking for right now. We're looking for not even 10 years from now. I'm going to even say like 100 years. So your children's children and their children, there's going to be like a family legacy, an inheritance, something that will continue on for much longer than you'll probably be here. So it is 10 of Pentacles. What you're being called to, Cancer, is creating something now that will last lifetimes. What does that look like? Well, it looks like there's a Cancer. That purse holds those investments. Pentacles, it's earth energy. It is your time, your effort, your money, your health, your wealth. And they're in that purse. And you are holding that purse close to your chest with both hands, not just one. It's both hands. It's like you don't carry a football. I mean, if you're trying to, I know they do, carry it with one hand or whatever. This person's holding on to this precious investment for all they're worth. They look very calm about it too. They're not questioning it. They don't doubt themselves. They know that this is what we need to do to get to this. So what this looks like is I have to say no to something that's not going to make me money. I have to say no to something that takes my time unnecessarily. I have to say no to frivolous spending, to spontaneous purchases. I have to say no to a lot of things because I'm working to this. The actions that you're taking is exactly what I just said, but from an emotional perspective, 8 of Cups. Cancer, you're walking away from what no longer serves you. Whatever is not going to fill your cup, you are turning your back and leaving the situation, and you're not questioning that. You are very confidently turning around and walking away. And that doesn't mean that you don't have respect or that that person's not valuable. It just means that that person, place, or thing is not contributing to your future legacy. Therefore, they're not worth you putting in a lot of extra time, effort, attention, all of that. So emotionally, Cancer, you are turning and walking away from things much more readily than you've probably ever done. Your current energy as far as advice for understanding how to get through things right now is, I'm going to say, King of Cups with the utmost of confidence, the utmost of, I believe that what I'm doing for the right reasons. That this King of Cups, this masculine energy, I'm taking emotional actions, like walking away from what no longer serves me. And Cancer, you are just really unbothered. This is a very unfuckwithable kind of energy right here. It says that this person, this Cancer that this reading is designed for, they're not questioning themselves. They're not second guessing their decisions, their emotional decisions. They're not taking anybody's guilt trips or anybody's pity parties, or they're just not getting lost to that, because this is you and you're very steady and calm and cool and collected. This emotional ocean behind you that can be all kinds of honky-dory wonky, and you're not getting swayed by it. You are sitting there like the queen or the king that you are, and you are holding steady to your vision, and you're meditating and you're praying, and you know that what's meant for you will be for you, because you have this new opportunity to invest in your future, and you're not going to what's the word, I want to say squander, but it's not squander. I'm not going to ruin that opportunity. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. You know this is what it takes to get to this. Advice for your future. Once you get into that next phase, the advice is for you to be as clear-minded as possible, for you to have enough rest so that you can think clearly. You need to be able to receive downloads into your visualization for how you want to see your future unfold. It's so much clarity. It's so much peace of mind. It is so much, there's like a vision that you're going to hold on to for your future. It's the Ace of Swords. The advice is to allow fresh new thoughts, fresh new energy, fresh new perspectives to enter your path. Allow that. That's your future advice. Now, the message from Spirit, what Spirit wants you to know, Cancer, is you are a very emotionally tapped in, tuned in, turned on, emotional lighthouse. You have such a beautiful innocence about you. You care so much about everybody that you're involved with. You love people genuinely. You see people's goodness. And you're such a vulnerable person, such a vulnerable sign. And others can take advantage of you, but you continue to show up in this very true to the core state. People see that. People think that they can take advantage of that, but you're the King of Cups and you walk away from what no longer serves you. Just because you have this beautiful vulnerability, this innocence to your emotional state, you aren't to be messed with, and Spirit has your back. This is your reading, Cancer. Happy birthday again. Please remember Spicy Sunflower Tarot can be found on TikTok and YouTube. And your likes and your follows, your subscribes and your shares. Over on YouTube, you can hype the video if you would like to, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Be blessed. Be well.